camera, Roo. You're on the camera. Ernie. Hey. Anyway, that's my sidekick, who helped me dig this out, this piggery out. Now, I'm not doing any big work today, as you can see. Not exactly dressed for it, but I just wanted to show you this because it's really interesting what we found. So this is the piggery. We have a wall here. We don't know if this was a doorway. I suspect it may have been at some stage into the piggery. I'm not sure, because we also have a sort of a reveal here of like a window, and so yeah, maybe that was the door. And then this was a sort of a window, which I've yet to do some work on. All these rocks came out of the space here, and funnily enough, this pipework was pretty much buried, so now we've really opened it up. When this definitely was a gateway or a doorway, because we found lots of like little metal locks and kind of brackets for gates. And this, I'll show you this post went in here like this, so that came out. So this obviously was a gateway, and this post came out of here, and that might have been connected then to, well, I'm not sure what was here before, this kitchen wall. Let me just show you what it looks like from the outside, because actually maybe it's a bit difficult to understand what you're looking at. So this, yeah, so this is it. So this is the back kitchen, which is coming down next, and this was the piggery, and I've dug it completely out, and I want to show you something in there now, just because it's really interesting, and clearly interesting on how they kind of did these things, or made these buildings, or built these buildings. So underneath here, all of these rocks came out of the piggery. That was a bit of a job. Also, I couldn't get a wheelbarrow in, so I had to use that black bucket and then bucket everything to my wheelbarrow, which is just through my hole in the wall here. So I do about 4 buckets, fill this wheelbarrow, and then wheel it off into the back field here, because this field just at the bottom here is really bumpy from where the cows have been, and kind of uneven. So it's nice to have some kind of a layer down there to fill in all the holes. So I'll just go back in and show you what we discovered in the piggery. Back inside, this I'll just use my handy tool. If anybody is doing any digging out anywhere, you really need to invest in one of these. Okay, enough said. Got from the army surplus store. Okay, so this area here, this is rock. So this means that the foundations of our house is built on this rock. But then when you move over here, this is concrete. So it's really interesting how they used pieces of rock and pieces of concrete to make the floor. This is rock again, and we have more rock here, and then more concrete. The rest of this down to the corner there is concrete, but then this one is rock. So yeah, it's really, really interesting. My next job is to dig out. Clearly I have to remove all the stones, which may end up just being dumped over that wall. Move all these stones here, and then dig out what will be a path or a channel down the side of the wall. So if you can kind of see here, from here down, this is the wall, and we're going to dig out this section here. We do suspect there's a very large rock there, because prior to putting all those big rocks there, and we could see one sticking up. So it'll be really interesting to see what we find there. And then that will also clear the space up here as well, which will meet Rob's foundation for the extension at this side, which he's poured already and is ready to go. So yeah, super exciting. It's just every day we find new pieces of past, I guess, and it's just it just wants you to keep going all the time. Funnily enough, the only last bit of digging is this pile, which will go all the way down, straight down. If you look straight down in front of the barn there, that's the other foundation laid for the other side. So so yeah, this will be the last bit of digging to happen, and then it's demolish of the kitchen here, and once that's done, then we can really start to get walls up and see exactly where we are. And then the roof will also come right down to meet all of these buildings together. So yeah, it's really, really exciting.
A beautiful day in West Cork in the rain. Perhaps a day to be working indoors. Shall we rip up some stuff? So, about to take down a little bit more of the wall. We were meaning to do this for a while. We paused this project actually because we found there wasn't a huge amount of reinforcement up there. I might leave this wall here. I might continue to take the roof panels down, and I might knock these walls moving forward. Keen to see if we're gonna find anything else in here. As a recap, we did find a bottle. We found some cutlery. This is like the most interesting stud work, because every piece of wood in this house was recycled. So, like, there's just very peculiar structures and woodwork here. So we don't really know what we're going to find. Maybe I will do this. I'm not actually in the correct attire for construction work or demolition, so I might go gingerly. I'm still deciding. Say swinging, it's not really a lump hammer, but swinging a splitting axe is a good way to work off stress. So I woke up this morning to a bunch of transactions for hundreds of dollars on my MasterCard. I started the process of chargeback and contacted the company, say it wasn't me. Somebody skimmed my card and put through a bunch of online transactions in the middle of the night. So there's a shit way to start the day. Absolutely get stuck with a hammer into smashing down some things. It kind of balances a little bit. It takes a bit of my frustration out. So yes, this is a good choice. I'm not properly dressed for it, so I'm not going to go full on. I just spend maybe an hour just knock down a few of these walls. Claire's mom is coming, so today is going to be a fairly chill day. I think we're going to plan to do a little bit more demolition outside tomorrow, so perfect activity for the day that's in it. Here's Robbie! So you fell over. I didn't notice. I see it now. I'll fix you. The last wall, or literally just a few minutes ago over there, I told you we found a fizzy pop bottle and a knife. And look, so bizarre. Here we have an old-fashioned butter knife. A lovely wooden handle and a round top. Actually, it's a bit sharp. How old is that? And why was it left there? Here we see my toes almost get taken off. An old-fashioned can opener with a bottle opener. They are two super cool finds. How bad is that? They're gonna go someplace special. We're going to have a little shelf of some of the kind of stuff we found. But they are super cool. Anything else? Anything else? Nothing else on that one. Let's see what else is there. So, walls come down well. There were a few cables through them. Oh, don't know, can you see them? There's quite a few cables running through the stud work. I saw them notched here. I saw them notched here, so I thought this was going to be easy just to pull them out. These cables are all live. But it's not going to be easy because they're actually drilled through some places. Drilled actually through most places. So I'm going to have to cut the power, or at least flip the light circuit. I'm going to have to unscrew from the back of these brilliant 1970s light switches. So cut the power, unscrew them, pull the wires through, rewire it back up because I do want lights for the time being up here, and take down the stud work. Claire's mom is coming in about a half hour, so I'll leave all the power there. And will I start on the last wall? No, I'll wait till the mom goes and I'll cut the power and I'll take down this stud. And then we'll only have one more wall up there to take down to the last room. Well, and this bathroom wall, which I suspect is also reinforcing this water tank. Later. Well, let's just see. Maybe if we can access from the inside. Okay. How on earth is that cat still asleep? Banging, hammering, noise doesn't seem to affect this cat. Oh, I just see this. Will I need to be worried about that? No, it should be fine. Yeah, maybe I can start from this room. Okay. Time lapse a Rooney it is. Just realized that the cat's food is there and I'm going to have to move it to hammer down this wall. Ugh. Still wet outside, but I love it. Look at that. The Cork, West Cork rainforest. Anyway, cat is fast asleep. Cat's food is there. If I move this cat food without running it by the boss, the wife, and figuring out a place to put it, an alternative place, I will be dead. So, and her mother loves cats as well. So I better leave this room. I'll find another job to do in the rain. Just going down the stairs and I'm just thinking how magnificent it is to see the garden from this elevated position. Have a look. Well, I guess you can't really see. But it is low. There you go. It lets in so much light not having this wall here. So much light. It really makes a feature out of this stairs. And we're not going to have a wall there, so we're going to have one bedroom up here, one bedroom down there, and this space is going to be open. We put a few sofas there and a bookcase, so it's kind of a seating area for both rooms. Which means we're going to have lovely light here, which means this is a very narrow stairs with the banisters there. You hit your head off it, so I might actually push the stairs back a little bit. I'll show you what I mean. It's lovely, tiny little peculiar stairs. But as I Go down the stairs. This is difficult coordination. This is my head height. Oh, I can just about slip under it, but this is the floor joist. I think if I just move the floor joist back one, I might be able to make it down. This is the bottom step. So at the bottom step I'm okay, and then when I'm on the ground I'm a little bit better. So having this space open, pushing the banisters back about 30 centimeters, pushing one of the floor joists back will just make this a very bright, very cozy, very airy and usable space. This is going to be brilliant. I can't wait. Lovely. Okay. Behold, rain. Haven't seen that for a bit. What's the Obi-Wan Kenobi Star Wars thing? Haven't seen them around these parts. Whatever. I love rain. When I was growing up, I used to love going for walks down in the rain in Cove. I love being under the canopy in the rain. What happened to my water trap? Shit. Why is that like that? There we go. Fill your boots. So I think I showed you when I did the concrete slab for the well, I used all this lovely rainwater. This one is just an auxiliary because I ran out of rainwater. I ran out. Stop a bit of algae growing. Alright, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a screwdriver. Okay, let's find the screwdriver. I was one of my neighbors is in hospital, so I was helping to build some things in his house to make it a little bit more comfortable for him, and that's where my toolkit is. A few banisters, a few hand railings just to make it a bit easier to get around the house, because it's not like I have enough work to do myself. Loads of time to do projects for people. However, as I told them, when I get to that age, I hope there's somebody to help me also. Right. Screwdriver. What else do we have? Screwdriver. What else do I need? I reckon that's it. Don't need drills. Nope, okay. Let's get wet, wet. Yes. Home sweet home. I always sleep better when I hear the rain falling as well. Don't get me wrong, I love the sunshine, but nothing like a good dose of rain to ground you. Okay. So, while I can't do the above, I was thinking, when the previous owner had the accident years ago, they pretty much closed off the stairs and turned this place into almost like a ground apartment or a granny flat for her. But the doors are a pain in the ass going up the stairs, so how about we remove them? Yeah. Some of these houses, the screws or the nails or whatever was used at the time, the quality of the material wasn't weshed, which means it wasn't the best, and the strip. So sometimes a screwdriver has to be called for. Power tools are just too powerful. Yeah, screwdriver and a lot of flatheads. So I will go smashy, but I'm gently, this door was put in far more recently than the partitions upstairs, so there's a lot of screws used. There's a lot of screws used, but then there's masonry nails attaching it to the walls on both sides. So I'm being a little bit delicate here because I want to preserve the stairs as much as possible, but I am gonna go smashy in a minute. So, here's what our stairs looks like. How freaking awesome. That looks so much better without the door. Oh my god. That has been transformed. So it looks like shit, but much nicer shit. And look, we've a little gap there at the side. How cool. So, our plan was to take down one of these walls. This wall makes more sense in incorporating the stairs in here. However, this is a room we're going to want to use as a study. We both work remote, so it's a good size for an office. And possibly we want to, you know, have a fold-out bed in case kids have a friend staying over. So it might be this wall will come down, and then with this wall down we will have to make some sort of a new balustrade or divide there. Anyway, it will look cool, no doubt. Although this looks really wide, like really wide. Look at this angle, like a window reveal. Yikes. Maybe that's one of the stone walls. But this wall here then, this is very thin. This is definitely concrete. Sounds hollow. Hollow. Oops. This cord keeps... Maybe that's concrete. Maybe we can take back to here. That might be stone. That's really weird. Because there you can see the floor joist kind of goes backwards. Huh. How bizarre. Anyway, handy little side project. Time for a cup of tea. So, they are still not home, so I'm just going to go ahead and start to notch these out. I'm using an oscillating saw. I think these were developed by surgeons, so they'll cut through rigid items, but they won't cut through anything movable. So it should cut through the wood, and if it accidentally hits the wire will just vibrate, it won't cut through it. So let's give it a go. actually looking at this now. Sorry. I'm actually looking at this now. I can kind of see that this is all relatively, I won't say new, but it's newer wood than the likes of this. So I wonder, was this space always open, and was this partition wall that was added quite late? I wonder if they just had 2 rooms, 2 bedrooms on either side, and this was an upstairs space. Because this wood does look a lot newer, and the nails are kind of consistent. The old, fuck it, let me just show you. These 2x4s, they look like they're all purchased relatively new and just added in at some point. And then if we look at the partition here, well, actually that does look like the same 2x4, but he used second-hand wood that was just lying around, this sort of thing. Yeah, no, maybe it is the same looking at those 2x4s, and they're actually the same 2x4s that are used for the roof. Probably not even 2x4s, 2x3s. Anyway, I take it back. There's nothing special about this wall.